Hey guys, Rail the Appreciator here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'll be talking about the importance of KOD within J. Cole's entire discography. J. Cole's KOD album was released on April 20th in 2018. It's 12 tracks long, about 42 minutes in duration, with notable singles such as ATM, Kevin's Heart, and KOD. It also explores conceptual themes of addiction, consumerism, mental health, and generational trauma. KOD stands as one of J. Cole's most thought-provoking and conceptually rich albums. As it was released with minimal promotion, it still debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 and broke Spotify and Apple Music first day streaming records. The title KOD has three different meanings, which could be Kids on Drugs, King Overdosed, and Kill Our Demons. Kids on Drugs, reflecting societal issues of addiction. King Overdosed, addressing the consequences of excess and fame. And Kill Our Demons, offering a solution through self-awareness and introspection, setting the thematic foundation of the album. This layered approach represents a progression within J. Cole's artistry, which is building upon his previous works while addressing timely societal issues. If we look at the musical evolution and production on this album, being the sound and style, as the production on KOD is minimalistic yet impactful, featuring heavy 808s, trap influences, and melodic hooks. J. Cole produced most of the tracks on this album by himself, while maintaining his DIY approach, but with a more modern, trap-inspired sound to align with contemporary hip-hop trends. The album's sonics bridges the gap between old-school lyricism and new-age trap beats, which showcases J. Cole's sheer versatility. And now if we look at the flow and delivery on this album, as J. Cole's flow is more aggressive and faster paced compared to his previous albums, and this flow matches the high energy production throughout the entire album. He adopts multiple personas, most notably Kill Edward, his alter ego, to explore the themes of addiction and emotional struggle from different perspectives. If we look at the lyrical themes and storytelling, as addiction and consumerism in tracks like KOD and ATM, criticize materialism and addiction, exploring how societal pressures drive people towards vices. Track ATM particularly critiques the obsession with money and status, using a repetitive hook of "count it up" to mimic the hypnotic cycle of consumerism. And now to mental health and emotional struggles, as the track Friends addresses mental health stigmas within the Black community, encouraging listeners to confront their issues rather than resorting to substances. The alter ego, Kill Edward, represents his stepfather's struggle with addiction, bringing a personal and relatable layer to the narrative. There's both generational trauma and responsibility, as the track 1985, the intro to The Fall Off, serves as a commentary on generational divides within hip-hop, offering advice to younger rappers about the pitfalls of fame. This track sparked multiple discussions about mumble rap and also solidified J. Cole's role as a mentor and critic within the rap community. Now if we shift our attention to the cultural and social impact, being the conversation on addiction and mental health, as KOD was praised for its timely exploration of addiction amidst an opioid crisis, positioning Cole as a socially conscious artist. Addressing mental health without glorifying self-destruction, J. Cole contributed to the destigmatization of these issues within hip-hop. The critique of modern rap and fame, as 1985 became one of the most talked about tracks, as it directly addressed the lifestyle and lyrical content of younger rappers, influencing conversations about the evolution of hip-hop. J. Cole's approach was not purely critical, but also offered wisdom and guidance, emphasizing longevity and financial literacy. If we look at the comparison to his previous albums, starting with 2014 Forest Hills Drive, as both albums are introspective, while Forest Hills Drive focuses on Cole's personal journey and success, KOD expands its lens to societal issues affecting his current generation. Now to For Your Eyes Only, as For Your Eyes Only was a narrative-driven, deeply personal album centered around storytelling, whereas KOD is more of a conceptual exploration of themes affecting society at large. KOD represents a maturing in J. Cole's subject matter, as he moves from personal growth to addressing societal issues and generational cycles. Showcases his growth as a cultural commentator and solidifies his role as a voice of consciousness within modern rap. The legacy and influence of this album, as KOD had both commercial success and streaming milestones, as it broke streaming records and received widespread critical acclaim, further cementing J. Cole's status as one of the most influential rappers of his era. This album also had a major influence on contemporary rap, as the album influenced younger artists by blending introspective lyricism with trap production, bridging generational gaps within hip-hop. J. Cole's use of alter egos and conceptual storytelling isn't uncommon, as it's also been used by other rappers such as Kendrick Lamar and Tyler the Creator, which enhances the narrative complexity within rap. If we look at the Once an Addict interlude, a deeply personal narrative about his mother's struggle with alcoholism and how it affected him emotionally. If we look at The Cutoff, featuring his alter ego, Kill Edward, as this track explores emotional numbness and detachment as coping mechanisms. The track Brackets examines the systemic issues within American society, including taxation and socioeconomic disparities, which contribute to the generational cycles of poverty and addiction. The track Motivate is a more upbeat and radio-friendly track that ironically uses the same trap aesthetics it critiques, emphasizing the emptiness of materialism. The cover art for KOD is the most striking and symbolic within his entire discography. Designed by the artist Sixmao, it visually represents the themes of addiction, excess, and the cycle of destruction that the album explores musically. The cover features J. Cole dressed in regal attire, with a crown on his head and a flowing, multicolored robe. His eyes appear clouded or almost covered with white, suggesting a sense of detachment or even intoxication. Beneath his robe, ghostly, almost eerie depiction of children can be seen. Each child is engaging in some form of drug use. One is snorting cocaine, another is sipping lean, and another is smoking. At the top of the cover, a handwritten message reads, "This album is in no way intended to glorify addiction," serves as an explicit disclaimer, separating KOD from other hip-hop albums that might celebrate or romanticize drug culture. This directly confronts the glorification of drug use within rap, making it clear that KOD is meant as a warning rather than an endorsement. J. Cole as a king, or maybe as a false prophet, as the crown on his head symbolizes power, authority, and perhaps the idea that he is positioned as a leader, a king figure within the rap industry. However, his dazed expression and cloudy eyes suggest that this leadership may be flawed. He's either struggling with his own demons or is overwhelmed by the weight of trying to guide others. This could represent how artists in hip-hop often become unwilling role models with fans who look up to them for wisdom despite their own personal struggles. The children beneath J. Cole's robe are illustrated as engaging in drug use, representing the younger generation's exposure to substance abuse. Their presence under the robe suggests that the cycle is something that is hidden, yet pervasive, as it exists under the surface, but it is not always openly acknowledged. The fact that they are children emphasizes the innocence lost, and how addiction affects people at a young age, tying into the kids on drugs interpretation of KOD. The swirling, multicolored nature of Cole's robe resembles a psychedelic hallucination, reinforcing the theme of intoxication within the album. The deep reds, blues, and purples creates a surreal, ominous atmosphere, symbolizing the chaotic, destructive nature of addiction. The dark hues give the cover an almost nightmarish quality, aligning with the album's somber exploration of substance abuse and mental health struggles. So why is the album KOD important within J. Cole's entire discography? KOD is crucial in understanding J. Cole's evolution as an artist, as it marks his transition from personal storytelling to societal critique, showcasing his growth from a reflective rapper to a cultural commentator. Cole uses KOD to discuss generational cycles of addiction and trauma, reflecting on how societal pressures are passed down through families and communities. He emphasizes the importance of breaking these cycles by addressing the root causes of pain and addiction. The album's layered narrative, innovative production, and bold confrontation of taboo topics solidifies its place as one of the most important and influential works within his entire discography. J. Cole's ability to balance commercial success with thought-provoking content sets KOD apart as not just an album, but as a cultural statement, making it a pivotal point within his artistic journey. Thanks for watching this video on J. Cole's album, KOD. If you like what you saw, please like, subscribe, and comment down below other artists, albums, genres, songs, and music that you'd like me to listen to, appreciate, and make videos about. Thanks for watching. See ya.